My name is Jordan Priestley. This is my 2017 Corvette Grand Sport. We've dubbed it Bernice. I name all the cars that I owned. We've had Frankie the 5th gen, Evil in the 6th gen, and this is our C7 Bernice. The reason we picked that name is because Bernice is basically, it's Greek mythology. It means brings victory. And we are building this car to become the ultimate street car. And we've kind of started on it about 8 months ago now, and it's evolved into a pretty incredible car. And we're just out here running it, running a bunch of different events all over the country, having a great time, and it's a phenomenal car. So this is a stock bottom end LT1. We've done a JDP Motorsports Stage 4 head and cam package, along with a set of American Racing long tube inch 7/8 headers. We've also done an MSD intake manifold, Nick Williams throttle body, custom air raid junior intake, a host of other things, including our E85 flex fuel setup. The engine makes 560 at the tire on E85 at 6.2 liter. It's pretty amazing, super reliable. We've been running this car hard and beating the crap out of it. Really incredible platform. We're really excited. This new direct injected technology is really allowing us to make a lot more power more efficiently, and it's really pretty cool. This car's got the American Racing long tube inch 7/8 headers, and we go back into the factory MPP system. GM did an amazing job with that factory exhaust. Basically, I can control sound levels with the touchscreen inside the cockpit of the car. So when we run at places like National Corvette Museum track, I'm able to go into stealth mode and beat the sound rule that they've got there. When I run the car wide open, we blow about 107 decibels. It's pretty freaking loud. When we close it down, I think we were like 89 dB. So it's really a great technology. We wanted to utilize it and keep it in the car. But we did ceramic coat it from header to tip, just to keep the heat trapped in the pipe where it's efficient, where it's making the most power and getting out of the car, the most efficiently, while protecting all of the other components underneath the car. The heat that we produce, when we're racing these cars is tremendous. Lots of things get melted, but with this coating, you're able to actually touch it 5 minutes after the car shuts off. You can grab it. It's pretty amazing stuff. Suspension wise, right now we've got JRI double adjustable coilovers. We've got LG 1-inch billet drop spindles all the way around, just to give it that stance that we were after, while maintaining the factory geometry. It's really important when you lower a car not to, if you can lower it by moving the wheel pickup point versus changing the control arm angle, you're going to keep better geometry. The car's going to work a lot better. The other benefit is that we're able to keep a fair amount of shock travel doing it this way. We're not having to run a super short shock, and it packages so much better. And then we've got the Hotchkiss adjustable sway bars front and rear currently on the car. Next upgrades that we're going to be doing suspension wise will be a monoball spherical bearing control arm setup, and we'll be testing a few different sway bar setups. When I bought this car, it's a 1LT, so it's a base model Grand Sport. And we ordered that way on purpose. We wanted to have the basic lightest car we could get from GM to start with. We did 2 upgrades to the car, and one of them was a Z07 package through the factory, and that is the best brake system money can buy. There's a bunch of good aftermarket stuff, but this is the best brake package money can buy, and we just opted to have it come in from the factory that way. We did go ahead and set up our wheel package. It's got a set of 18 by 11, 18 12.5 Forge Line GA1R with the open lug, and then we've got the cap on it to finish it off, so it has that kind of street car finish, which is important for all the stuff that we do. It's all street tires. It's a street car. I drive this car to work, daily. When weather's good, this car drives to work every day, and it breaks necks every time. I pull up at the light. People are just, it's amazing. This car, I've driven a lot of cars throughout the years, and this car is hands down the sexiest car I've ever owned. It's just, the car is amazing. So we did the GA1Rs. Forge Line makes an amazing wheel. They're monoblock, just super strong, 3-year track warranty. Nobody offers that. And we went to the 18 because we wanted to run the BF Goodrich Rival S that we've been running on the Camaro over the last couple years. And we've got a 315/30 on the front and a 335/30 on the rear. So we've got a lot of rubber underneath this car, and it helps us, kind of keep that power, connected into the surface that we're running on. But really, really a great setup. Much lighter than stock, much stronger. Yeah. So we also went ahead and installed the JDP Motorsports wheel stud package. It's just a bull-nosed stud. It makes changing, tires and wheels much easier. It's much more effective, and they're much stronger. For the body and aero stuff on this car, we went to LG Motorsports for the front splitter and the side skirts. They're a carbon fiber setup. They're very, very, very nice pieces. They look amazing. For the hood, we went to Anderson Composites. They've got a dry carbon hood that was set up for, it was originally designed to be run on the C7R. I saved 8 pounds on this hood, with this hood over the factory carbon hood, which is pretty amazing. I didn't think I would save that much weight. And it's fully functional. We've actually handmade an aluminum extractor. So the handmade extractor, we basically designed out of aluminum to nest into this Anderson Composites hood, and it basically pulls air through the radiator, through the top half of the radiator. It evacuates that heat out of the engine compartment, plus it creates downforce, because as that air is coming through, it actually pushes down on the nose of the car and helps create positive pressure that pushes the nose down. So a truly functional piece that is absolutely gorgeous, and very unique to this car, because nobody else has one. And in the rear, we went with the GM Z06 exposed carbon spoiler. It's hard to beat it. It's gorgeous. It matches all the other carbon. And we've got the GM wicker, so we can adjust kind of the drag and the downforce of the back spoiler. Also on the exterior, we did the Oracle side markers, and I know I'm moving and talking, but they're ghosted basically. And what that means is they're painted body color, and then when you turn the lights on, the LED strips shine through the lens, and it's just a really, really nice touch to kind of tie everything together and clean it up. And we're really happy with those. In the front of this car, we noticed, during track duty that our AC condenser was getting blasted by rubber and rocks. It was actually getting to the point where it was starting to damage it. So we went ahead and fabricated a cartridge that holds a Kevlar honeycomb substrate that protects the AC condenser, yet it only blocks about 2% of the flow. So it's a win-win, and it's a package and a product that we're gonna, put together and offer, in the coming months for people that track these cars, because it's just, they're right in the line of fire, and that's cheap insurance to keep you on the road. On the interior of our car, we've installed a brake house harness bar with our custom Safecraft harnesses. Safecraft are US made. They're super high quality harness, but we actually have the lengths already figured out, so when you buy them, you don't have 3 feet of stuff on this side and 3 feet or 2 feet extra belt on this side. So they're a custom solution that's designed specifically for this package. We also installed an MGW shifter with the competition handle. It is hands down the nicest shifter that I've ever driven. They've got a whole new box. I mean, it is very, very positive on the shift. The ball has weight to it, so it really helps me get it into gear when I need to. And we did, the only other option on this car from the factory off the base model was we added the competition seats. Really, really nice package. They fit me really well. They've got the factory airbags, so they're safe. They were designed for the car, and they're really a really nice piece. This car is actually going to be at SEMA this year in Optima Alley, and we'll be running the Ultimate Street Car Invitational the weekend following SEMA. Basically putting the car against the best cars in the world. You've got cars that are, old school kind of muscle car that are fully retrofitted, all the way up to supercars, Lamborghinis, McLarens, things like that. One thing's for sure with this series and with this car is that the last, I believe, 2 or 3 years, Corvettes have won the event. And GM just has a really great product. This is a world-class car. We're looking forward to our future endeavors development-wise. We're doing spherical bearings for the control arms. We're going to install a set of ARP carbon mirrors and ARP carbon scoop for the rear coolers on top of the quarter panel there. And we're going to kind of just tie the carbon theme into it, but we're trying to do it as tastefully as possible. We don't want to have too much. And we want it to look like it's part of the car, like the custom paint we did on the hood. you know, that ties into everything else. And we're going to send the roof panel off to K-Tech and have them do their carbon fiber treatment on it just to kind of finish everything off. And we're just going to keep developing and finding solutions for the next problem, because that's why we do this. You know, we take this car out to events all over the country. We absolutely thrash on it, beat on it. We go through a set of tires every 2 events. We are just beating the crap out of these cars and having a great time doing it. But what that does for you guys, you know, all of our customers out there and enthusiasts that own these cars, is we're finding the weak links and the problems, and we're creating solutions to those issues. So when you're out there running, you don't have to worry about, you know, having failures or breakage and things like that.